Beneficiaries. Beneficiaries can also be certificate unit holders who are not heirs. Those are the exchanges we talked about. These are the beneficiaries who are not heirs. Should generally have no control over trust affairs. As we discussed, if the trust is irrevocable and the grantor has relinquished all rights to the trustee should be the only one who's dealing with those assets and deciding how those assets will be invested and grown within the trust. The trustee, protector, and grantor choose successors. Any rights conferred to the beneficiaries are given by indenture, not local law. Okay. Trustee, protector, and grantor choose successors. So the trustee can choose co-trustees, and if granted by the grantor, may choose his or her own successors, meaning that if that trustee should become disabled or pass or what have you, that trustee can recommend to the grantor who will succeed that trustee. Or that trustee can choose successor trustees for co-trustees. So say for instance, I'm a trustee and I choose another trustee. Well, I can choose the successor of the trustee that I choose, my co-trustee. Meaning if my co-trustee should become disabled, I choose who will replace my co-trustee. But the grantor will determine the first trustee replacement. That is the trustee with the most power. Okay? The beneficiaries should have no choice in successor beneficiaries. They should have no choice in successor trustees. And of course, they have no choice in successor grantor. Now, in statutory trust, they may have some of those powers. Or rather, in revocable trust, they may have some of those powers. In irrevocable trust, they should not. Any rights conferred to the beneficiaries are given by indenture. Now again, you can do what you want with your indentures. You can give your different parties and positions any rights you want. It's just that when the IRS starts to scrutinize your trust, then you have to answer for what you've done in terms of how you've chosen to allocate your power or to allocate your power. Okay? So any rights conferred to the beneficiaries are given by indenture, not local law. Now this basically says here that it is your indenture that empowers not only the beneficiaries, but all of the members of your trust. It's not local law. That is for a private trust, a strictly private trust, irrevocable and private trust. The powers are granted by the indenture, not local law. Now, in a statutory law, let me make this clear. In a statutory trust, your indentures dictate who has what powers as well. However, should your trust be pulled into court, it is the local law that you form your statutory trust under that will trump all of your laws, or that will be considered before any of the laws or any of the mandates of your particular indenture. So let's just make that clear. But generally, you can confer any powers upon anyone in your trust, but they of course should be comparative to the basic trust structure and basic trust knowledge. Those are the powers that you should confer upon the people. The trustee should have trustee powers, the beneficiaries beneficial power, etc., etc.